Schools use professional development partners to bring additional expertise to their staff members, get another perspective on teaching and learning, and sometimes to temporarily expand their instructional technology teams for large events or special projects.
Our goal is to make PD, no matter what the purpose, fun, useful, and relevant to the audience. We want to be the PD provider educators ask for because we know for sure everything is better fried. That's why we're friEdTechnology.
Our industry partners know that we are the best in the business at making the connection between tools, teaching, and learning. With practical ideas and real-time demonstrations, we don't leave participants wondering how it might really look to implement the ideas we share. Instead, we show them.
Not only do we have a vast catalog of best-selling sessions and topics, we love to work with schools to create custom professional development that has roots in local learning goals. Whether there are 10 teachers or 10,000, we build synchronous, asynchronous, and blended learning experiences that help participants connect to the content while proving their learning through innovative adult learning best practices.
It's not just our job to share information, we also consider it our job to help learners connect best practices to learning outcomes.
friEdTechnology learning guides are veteran educators. Many of them are certified school administrators, and several have served as directors, coordinators, and specialists in fields of education technology, EdTech, or technology.
We understand classroom management, curriculum standards, standardized testing requirements, and how each relates to the strategies we share. We also know that finding the right fit for your job is critical. For example, we won't send an elementary education expert to work with your high school English teachers.
Check out the customer recommendations on our website and you'll begin to see why we say everything is better fried, including educator professional development.
Whether you're brand new to the profession or an experienced educator looking to bring more technology into your teaching, we are ready to help you create a tech-infused classroom. By designing and bringing together all the elements of a well-balanced, modern learning environment, we have discovered the purposeful intersection where technology and pedagogy meet. Your students will engage with their learning content in a productive, relevant way, leveraging the power of collaborative, creative technology resources. We will give you strategies to help cultivate a culture for learning in a blended environment. Then we share our favorite brain boosts to foster engagement, notable tools for effective feed-forward, and how to accommodate for learners with life-changing digital tools. We look forward to joining you as you infuse technology into your lessons and cultivate a classroom culture where you and your students will thrive. Do you love engaging teaching strategies? What about saving time planning digital differentiated learning experiences? If you said yes, then come join us on a journey as we create a fried mixtape. In this course, you'll create a Google Slide mixtape jam-packed with bodacious learning activities that promote both voice and choice. You'll even create an automated pre-assessment that delivers your well-curated mixtapes to the right students. We traveled far and wide to get input from differentiation experts who love to boogie-woogie and use fun, engaging, totally tubular learning strategies that are covered in this course. Are you ready to get hands-on and change your life as a teacher forever? Well, we hope so, because you are invited to this 80s retro party. Come check out friEd Mixtape, Differentiating Learning for Littles. Is your classroom unruly? Are the consequences outdated? Does your classroom need just a little pick-me-up or maybe an entire renovation? If the thought of managing today's classroom makes you feel overwhelmed, well, you're not alone. In this course, we'll start by laying a solid classroom foundation and examine what gives a class good bones. We'll unearth your classroom's hidden potential by getting a behavior blueprint in place. Participants will take away tips for successful classroom management and will learn how to maximize your class's value with flexible seating arrangements and functional decor. Whether your students are learning virtually, face-to-face, or a hybrid of both, friEdTech is here to help you rock the classroom. This course is more than just pushing the buttons and see what it does in FigJam. It's more of how do I use this tool in my classroom.
My favorite part of helping to build this course was just learning the tool itself. I just kept thinking about all of the ways that I would have used this with my own class when I was teaching.
I knew when we had the opportunity to create this course, we wanted to do something a little bit different. We didn't want it to just have tutorials that you could find on YouTube. We wanted to give the learner an actual experience.
Of course, we want everyone to finish the course knowing how to use FigJam, but we also wanted to inspire educators to use this tool to spark creative and independent thinking among students. So not only does the learner know how to use FigJam, but they also know when and why they're using FigJam.
And we wanted you to enjoy watching these videos, not just to see how the tool works, but we also throw in some pedagogy tips, design tips that we use in our day-to-day that you can also use whenever you use the platform in your day-to-day. The Tinkering with FigJam activity, I had a blast creating that one. I realized many of our participants taking this course, that would be the first time they actually get their hands dirty with FigJam. And there's so many tools and features that you could use in your classroom. Your students will love the platform.
This course is friEd, which means this course is fun.
We really try to design the way that we like to learn, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
We really do push the boundaries when we create our friEd online courses, and we are a very small team, but you'll realize our personality does shine when we create these courses, and that's what makes these courses great. We all have different backgrounds in design thinking, in writing, in literature, all this stuff. When we're merging it all together into one great package that we know that our audience will love.
We don't just throw videos and text into an online portal. We provide opportunities for people to work alongside us and use this tool with us so that at the end of the course, you actually have something that you have created that you can use in class the next day.
I think my favorite thing about the course is the variety of ways that the learner gets to learn.
The videos are not simple step-by-step videos, but rather they're a dive into design thinking to challenge each learner to reframe the idea of what classroom management could look like with this tool, or what project-based learning or social emotional learning could look like with this tool, even what staff meetings could look like with this tool.
We hope that you enjoy it and find how it could be relevant in your classroom every single day.
You're muted, Stephen. There's always someone.
I just wanted to come in like that to say for somebody who hear me who's paying attention right now. Hello, ladies. I'll try that again. Long time no see.
I know.
I know. Hi.
Hi. I'm ready for friEdLIVE. Are you?
Yes.
Very much.
Yes.
Get it going.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go in this order here, and then we'll continue on to let everyone know what fabulous things we're doing and what we're going to show them. And if you want to know anything extra, I just want to say on the front end, if you want to know anything extra about what we're doing, how we can come to your school, your classroom, your campus, your district conferences, you can reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to come and join you and to show you the fabulous ways in which you can use instructional technology tools. And so, Amy, let's take it away.
All right. Hi, my name is Amy Storr, and I'm a lead learning guide at friEd Technology. You can find me at TechAmyS, and I am excited to share with you a few of my favorite ways to get your design on when it comes to slides or PowerPoint.
Yay, Amy. Hello, I am Courtney Watson. I am CM Watson 2010 on Twitter. And I'm excited to share one of my new favorite designing tools, sites that's out there.
Hi, guys. I am Chantel Lott, and I am at Lots of EdTech. That's where you can find me on the Twitters. And I am excited to be sharing today a tool that I really think helps student learning when it comes to helping them with repetition and remembering and kind of locking in some of that knowledge that we know our students need.
Awesome. All of y'all had some great introductions. I don't know how I can even compete with that, but I am Stephen Stone. I work alongside these ladies. I would say sometimes work for them. Uh, and so you can follow me at Twitter at MyGooChef. There's a difference. MyGoo, not me goo, but MyGooChef. Good GIF. We're going to go that route. And so you can follow me, and I will be showing you something today. I don't want to say it's hot off the press, but it's a hot topic in education. And so how you all came all in my screen at the bottom, it was perfect because we know that that's how you're coming up. And so let's go ahead and dive into to let everyone know who are we. Once again, we all work for the #1 training company in the world, friEdTech. So you can follow and like us, and you can use hashtag friEdFan. If you want to tweet us out, Facebook us out, like us, please share us with your colleagues. Okay. The reason why we say that we are the best because we know that everything is better fried. Oh, I didn't want to go to that website and it just popped me right over there, right? All right. And so we want to let you know that our PD is fun and we offer many different things, synchronous, asynchronous, and blended style type of trainings. So we want to let you know that we are here for you, to work with you, to, I would want to say, up your game, level up, right? And so the things that we will be going over today is tools that we know that can help in any classroom, no matter if you are a Google district, Microsoft district, or you don't have any of these tools that you're leading towards, or you may have both. So we want to show you some things here that you can use that will help you and your students along the way. So our first person up will be our fabulous Amy Storr.
All right. You have to say you're sharing the screen to share the screen. So here we go. All right. We can see it, right? We're good?
We're good, Amy.
All right. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to share with you two of my favorite ways to design a little bit more quickly than possibly it's been taking you. I can think of a student right now. His name is Braden, and this would have been something that he would have benefited from greatly as a student because he spent lots and lots of time on the design part of his presentations, whether it was in Google Slides or in PowerPoint. And so this would have helped him stay a little bit more focused, moved along a little bit quicker, and also get to the whole point of the project, which is getting your thoughts out and sharing your learning. So I'm going to start with slides. I'm going to go to a brand new tab, and I'm going to go to slides.new. That's a quick and easy way to get to a blank slide. On the presentation that we shared with you, this is actually clickable, so feel free to click it. You can actually grab a template that has these same instructions in them. But when you come to slides, typically it's going to show you some suggested themes. How many of you that are here with me today typically just do this? You're like, no, I don't want it. What about y'all? Yep, I've always done that because I wanted to start from scratch or choose my own design. But guess what? There's an easier way. So let's say that I'm a student in Courtney's science class, and I was able to pick my favorite animal. And my favorite animal right now is the otter. True story. Let's say that I'm doing a presentation about an otter. So I'm going to put otter presentation by Amy Storr. You will notice as I'm typing, as you're working on your presentation, in the bottom right-hand corner, let me zoom in on this for you so you can see it. You will see the Explore tool. It's going to be yellow in slides, blue in docs, and green in sheets. So if you've ever seen this and thought, I'm not sure what that does, and you've never played around with it, let me show you why. It's a pretty cool built-in tool. All right, so I'm going to click on the Explore tool now, and let's see what other things pop up. What this is going to do is it's going to find and add suggested content based on what you've put in your presentation. So it's using AI to help you with creating your presentation. So as you can see, these are some other themes that I could choose from. They're cool. I like them, but there's more. Let me show you. I'm going to X out of the Explore tool. And let's add an image to my presentation. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and I'm going to search the web. Okay, I'm going to search for otters. There we go. And let's pick a good one. They're just so cute. What do y'all think? Aren't otters the cutest things ever? Let's go.
I love them.
They're so cute.
So
okay,
cute.
I'm going to go with this one right here and then click Insert. And you're going to see it and you're probably going to think, well, wait a second, Amy, it covers up your title. It covers up who it's by. Watch what happens when you click the Explore tool again. So I'm going to come down here, bottom right-hand corner, and I'm going to click the Explore tool. Look at this. What it does is it creates layouts at just the click of a button. This is what would have taken Braden longer than necessary to create. And it does it for me. It places the photo in some really good areas. It adds in some other design elements to show the title. So let's go with, I like this one right here. Has the title overlaid. Then you can come in here and you can change the font. I will say that if your students customize the fonts to begin with and then click the Explore tool, the fonts are going to reset. So you may want to tell them just to wait until they're good to go. But you can come in here and you can change up the font. Let's do Lexan for that. And maybe my new favorite font, which is Grand Hotel. Put that there. There we go. All done and easy, my cover slide. But what if I wanted to add some fun facts about otters? I'm going to come up here and let's do this one right here. Okay. I'm going to add in fun facts about otters. And then at some point, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to give some bulleted items, some fun facts about otters. But I want to design this just the same way that I did my cover slide. So once again, I'm going to come down here and click the Explore tool. And you'll see it gives me some cool themes. But what would happen if I added some images? Not just one, but maybe two. So let's do that same thing. I'm going to do Insert, Image, Search the web. It saved my search from earlier. So let's pick two more images of some. Oh, let's try that again. I X'd out. Okay, otters, images. And you'll see too, it's not just searching for images either. It's web and drive if you use that Explore tool. Let's go with this cute guy. Let's insert. And then let's do, I don't know what that one's holding. Let's do this one. Insert. Okay. And you'll notice they add them kind of overlaid on each other. You may have to move it, just a pro tip, you may have to move them over just a tiny bit in case they're kind of grouped together. But now watch what happens when I click the Explore tool. Look at how it places those pictures. It also places them in a very cool way. It separates the pictures. I really like this one right here because then I can put then I
Yeah.
can come down here and put my fun facts below each picture. But think of how long this would have taken some of your students to get that design part done before they even added in their content. So a good trick, if you're in Google Slides, use that Explore tool to find some templates, some designs that go really well with what you're working on.
And so, Amy, I know we said like students, but also the top level educators, administrators, anyone who is seeking to make presentations. We can spend more time on the content instead of how it looks.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Guilty. All right, so that's Google Slides. If you want to learn more about the Google Explore tool, once again, it lives in Docs, it lives in Sheets. We have a really great session called Single Tab Learning. So reach out to us if you want to find out some more information. Now, what if you are a Microsoft user? I love Microsoft. I'm good friends with Google and Microsoft. What if you're a Microsoft user? I'm going to open up this presentation right here. And let's say that I should have done otters for this one, but let's say that I'm working on a presentation about Hollywood. Okay, so I've got my cover slide here. Slide 2 has some interesting facts about Hollywood, and then I have a timeline with some dates. Pretty basic, but I wanna add some design aspects to this as well. It could take me a really long time to do this on my own, but there is something built into PowerPoint, and this is desktop and online, correct, Stephen? Is that right?
That is correct. And Designer has just released in the EDU environment a website.
Oh, cool. Very cool. So there's a Designer button that lives in both. I'm going to click on Designer. Once again, you're going to see like a sidebar pop out, kind of like the Explore tool, but watch what it gives you. Now, it's also using artificial intelligence to predict what it wants to put on my slide. And since I have the word Hollywood, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to give me pictures that relate to Hollywood? Let's find out. I'm going to click on Designer and look what it does. There's a picture, I'm assuming, of downtown LA, possibly somewhere in California. There's another one here. They've even added in some that have graphics like an old school video camera. What do you call that? And then a clapper, different things that relate to Hollywood. So it's taken the thinking out for me and made it so much easier to create my cover slide. I'm going to choose this one. Once again, you can come in here and you can edit the font and text as needed, but it did that all for me just based on what I had in my slide. So
now that's true Hollywood, Amy.
Is it good? Good. If you have students who are using PowerPoint, I would encourage you to encourage them to get their PowerPoint ready, all their content, anything they want to share, and then go and use Designer. It tends to lend itself to make it a little bit easier when it comes to designing. Okay, now my second one has some bulleted items, interesting facts about Hollywood. Now I'm going to click on that slide, stay here, and then I'm going to click Designer. And look what it does, y'all. It places it in ways, it even brings in pictures, it brings in icons. Look at this one right here. It's going to bring in, it takes out those bullets, and in place of those bullets, it's putting some images. It pulls in images, I guess, based on what it needs. I'm not sure what the pig has to do with
you see
it.
That, yeah, you see that there when I was reading it.
I was like, yes,
population
it
of
has live
feral
bulbs.
chickens.
Yeah, it talks about chickens, but it brought in a pig, so you never know. But you can always delete it and, of course, start over. You'll notice, too, when I click on anything, my bulleted items are still going to come up on my slide. So I could come in here and I could delete things, and it's also going to fix it on my slide as well, which is really nice. Okay? So as long as you have those bullets in that slide, the designer itself will make some changes for you. I actually kind of really liked these with the pictures right here. There we go. Now, what would happen if you had dates? Oh, look, and this is the cool thing too. You don't even have to X out a designer. It's adaptive. It's going to know what to do. But because I have dates on this slide, look what the designer has created for me. It's created timelines. Think of how long this would take my students with the drawing tool, the shape tool to produce these timelines. As long as I had some bulleted items with some dates in there. It's going to take that and it's going to create for me a custom timeline ready to go. And that took me less than 5 minutes to do all 3 of those slides. So another great built-in feature. This time we're in PowerPoint that helps with designing effectively and efficiently for teachers or even your students. And they are my design tips for Google Slides and PowerPoint.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy.
That's
You're
So,
welcome.
cool.
so can you like let us know how much time did it take you maybe just to generate the information?
So I did some research on my own, created a document in Microsoft and just jotted down my information. You could even put it in your slide notes if that's helpful. And then I took all of that and placed it on a blank slide and then used the designer to make it a little bit more pleasing to the eyes.
And we saw it was no time.
No time at all.
Just the
Yeah.
design. Okay.
I think the research probably took the longest, the designing piece, no time at all.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next up is Miss Courtney Watson.
All righty. Scooch that out of my way. So I am going to talk to you all a little bit about one of my new favorite tools for designing, which is Adobe Express for Education. Now, this might be one that is familiar, and it used to be, you might remember it being Adobe Spark, but they had Adobe Spark, and then there was one for a web page and like several different pieces. But what they did was take all of those different ones and just put them all together and added even more things to it to make it this super fantastic Adobe Express for Education. Why is it fantastic? Probably my number one, I don't know if I should say number one, but my favorite F word, it's free for educators in K through 12. So you can now create anything that you need, you and your students. So presentations, images, animation, so you can make posters and infographics, things like that, web pages, videos. So let's go take a quick look at Adobe Express for Education. A few things, if you are a Google Workspace school, then you can go in and create your accounts. They have a workaround if you're also not Google Workspace. But once you have your account as the teacher, you can create classroom accounts. That's super helpful because you can have kind of moderate as your kids are working on their projects and see what they're working on. If you're in the secondary where you have like multiple class periods, you can have multiple classrooms, just kind of help keep things organized and things like that. It is very, very easy to use. You can always start from scratch because we know we have some people who are like super creative, but there are also thousands of free templates available from Adobe that you can check out. And it, of course, works with all of your favorite EdTech tools that you're already using, right? So if you are a fan of Wakelet or Microsoft Teams or OneNote, of course, Google Drive. It also works with LMSs. So if you can just start, create, design, and then grade right within your LMS in Google Classroom or Canvas. So you can of course, go and check out that site and get a little more information about the program overall. Another piece that I really, really love is they have something called the Adobe Education Exchange. I am very much team don't reinvent the wheel. Okay. So if someone is out there and they've created a little sample lesson plan for me that I can, take from, remix, change a little bit to make it work with whatever I needed to, I'm all about it. So they have all of these free teaching resources that you can use with your students to create different projects with Adobe Express while they learn your actual content. So you can, kind of just take a look around. You create an account within, or just it's your same account within the Adobe Education Exchange. You can check out these different collections, which one of my favorite collections is the Creative Education Challenges. They for sure do one every single month. They offer lots of different ones all throughout the school year. Even in the summer, they usually have a couple going on through the summer, and you can share those over on social media. So I figured that we would take a quick look at Adobe Express in action, and a good one that I figured that we could look at would be this one. So they had a creative challenge. This was last April, I think, for more than a score. This time of year is usually that time of year, right? March, April-ish, where you're teaching. It's the word we don't say is what we're not teaching to, but it's the thing that we all know is coming up. And, so it's like, okay, we tell our students, we try to instill in them that it's not about that one day. So this, I think, is a great time to utilize this I'm more than a score template. So when you see these different challenges, they will always come with a little bit of information like the subjects that it reaches, about how much time it would take. You're going to have an overview, a student challenge, an educator challenge, full project instructions, video tutorials that you can use either for yourself or you can share with the students so they can then use it. And then you just go in and start with the template. So I am going to go ahead and open the template. And you just get started by clicking Remix This Design. So many different things you can do over in Adobe. I'm starting from a template. This one happens to be a graphic, but so many different things you can do. So I'm going to close this box to get it out of my way. And you, of course, would just log in with your school or classroom account. I'm already logged in, so it dropped me right here into the editor window, ready to make this template my own. So everything that you see here is completely editable, okay? So I want to point out to you that over on the left-hand side, you have this little panel that's going to allow you to add any new elements or take something out and replace it. So all of these are clickable and different things you can add to your design. And then over on the right-hand side panel, these are the options to change any of the different properties on the different items that you have selected. So what do I mean? I'm going to click here so you can see this right side shows me I'm in the background, right? So if I wanted to change the color of my background, I could, and I'll just do it really quickly. And then I don't like that, so I'm going to say undo is my boo and get rid of it. Okay, but as I click around on these different elements, you'll see I can make some different changes over here. I'm in this little image with the stars, so I can hit replace. And now I'm over here, you can see in the design assets, and I can go, if I wanted more stars, I can go and change those. I could go and search. For the sake of time, I'll just grab some that are right here for you. Let's see. Replace. I thought I clicked it. It doesn't, why don't you want to click for me? There we go. I see some magic happening. All right, now it's yellow because yellow is the color that I already had in that background. I want you to know that everything on here is a part of some layers. So down here, right here in the bottom, I can open up all of my layers and then I can make some adjustments. Okay, so I am going to, now you can see I have these different pieces. And I just need to replace and put my own picture. So I'll hit replace. I can grab a picture from here. I can go ahead and upload a photo. Another thing that I love about remixing these templates is that it's going to replace with my photo, but then go ahead and put in whatever elements and topics that are pieces have already been put onto the picture. It will adopt those same pictures. So this one has this, it's something called like duotone. I don't have to go in and try to match it. It's just going to do it automatically for me. Why are you taking so long? Everybody close your eyes. It's because you're watching it. So just don't look. It's okay. It's all right. Don't be angry.
Oh, Chantel and Amy, you didn't close your eyes. I closed my eyes.
Chantel covered hers.
She did. She covered.
You can see you there still, Courtney. It's just for some reason that just likes that
I don't know.
spinning wheel of death.
Yeah, just kind of hung up on me. We're just gonna hit refresh. It's always my friend. All right, I think we're in business. All right, so that little +10 again brings up my layers that are now invisible. It's okay. It's all right. All right, yellow, replace. Cool. Upload. Grab you. Are you going to spin again? Is this what's happening? Okay. One more. I should have just deleted it to be on the safe side. Because that is an option. Remember, you can replace. There we go. All right. So we've changed those. Okay. I need to adjust maybe the text, right? So my text box opens over here on the right-hand side, and I can change my little topics. I think I'm pretty creative and courageous. I'll be all of these. I am, my favorite word, fantabulous. All right, so you notice it will kind of auto adjust. I need to switch and get my other wheel. So I am a teacher, a trainer, thinker, scholar. I'll be all of that. I do make up words. I'm a body combatter, and I'm determined. All right. And I can get rid of if I don't need those extra words. So you get the idea. So really quickly, you can go in here and just make those adjustments. I could change You Are More Than a Score. I could adjust my font if I wanted to. You can change your fonts. You can change the different designs and the way the font appears, things like that. When you're ready, you can just go and hit download, probably as a JPEG, and go ahead and start your download. Once it downloads, then you can open that up, share it wherever you want to on social media, and you use that hashtag that I had in the title, hashtag Adobe Edu Creative. And then you'll see all the things that educators and their students are sharing out over social media. So again, that's just a quick graphic inside of Adobe Express. Videos, web pages, infographics, all types of things. So it's one of my favorites. And again, it is free for educators. So I definitely recommend you check it out. If you are like us and you love a digital badge, Adobe Express has the Adobe Certified Educator Level 1 program that's available for PD credit. And guess who can train you? So let us know. Keep in touch.
I love that shameless plug.
Well, I'm saying, I know I'm not the only person who loves a badge to add into your email, right? So
Definitely, I'm going to say I'm right there with me, but you know that I'm the reluctant millennial. So I mean, I'll get there. I'll get there. But I'm sure there are people who are right there on your bandwagon with you. A couple of them on the session today on friEdLIVE, but also some in the chat. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about word wall. Retention is important, right, for our students. Practice. I'm not going to say makes perfect, but practice definitely helps our students, right, retain the content that we're trying to share with them. And so I really like word wall. If you haven't had a chance to look at it, it's a very simple tool for you to get started with and get set up. But I really like that it gives you different templates to have your students engage with. So I have a tab over here with my word wall already open. Here's the site, right? wordwall.net. And it's really easy to get started with just, a couple of words and some definitions. You can kind of really customize activities for your students. All right, let's go ahead and look at an activity that I already have. And click on my activities, and you'll see that I have one on food chains. In particular, this is a shout out to Amy, because she is the food chain queen. So I borrowed this from her, this
That's true.
idea. I mean, she lives, eats, and breathes food chains.
Anything
okay?
science related. Yep. Ooh, I should make a food chain with otters. Yep. Doing it.
Okay.
Mhm.
You've inspired, she's been inspired already. So over here, I have my activity. And when I first put it in, it's going to default. I chose a matchup, but this is my activity for my students. I basically just put in the information, the words, and the definitions. And then it gave me some options for templates. If I go to edit content here, you'll see what I'm talking about. I just put it in a title, right? It just asked me to put in a title, put in the keyword carnivore, consumer, producer, right? This is making Amy happy on the inside. And then definitions here on this side, right? Very, very simple. It's very simple to put them in there. And then, let me see. Then you could add sound if you want to. I thought I was going to go ahead and do it for you, but you can add sound. It was easy to add images. Those images were, I just clicked images and it added them, but I can add images here for the definitions as well. But sometimes when it comes to definitions, it's a little harder to pinpoint images. So, you probably want more images when it comes to the term or the keyword. Okay. If I need to reorder them, I can. It's very simple, right? If I don't want carnivore at the top or whatever, very, very simple. And I can delete them and add as many terms as I need, right? I think 6 is a good, place just to get started, just to practice and kind of play around with it. And then when I'm done, it's going to save it. And it's going to put it default in one of the templates, right? But I can also choose. But let's look at this default one, the matchup, right? That's just that plain tried and true matching activity, right? And if I go ahead and click play, right, an animal that only eats plants, well, I know that that is an herbivore, right? And I click and drag it there, right? And so our students will just simply click and match and then submit the answers. Very simple, very tried and true. Here's where I like the options it gives you, right, with these templates. If I go over here, I'll see some of them, but I can click show all and it will show me all of the templates that I can utilize, right, for my little matching, right? So I've got a couple here. Right, flip tiles, an anagram, crossword, find the match, matching pairs. It's gonna let me know which ones are gonna, that I can use for what I've got. Let's see. Oh, let's do flip tiles. Or let's do game show. No game shows. No, let's do flip tiles. I know, right? I'm that person, right? So now there are the tiles and my students can click on them. Oh, maybe I'm not doing it right. Flip to see what it is, right? Good way to just practice, right? This is just if they had flashcards in front of them, how they could utilize it. If I wanted to see it as a game show quiz, I could click here and see it as a game show quiz. Right? An animal who eats other animals. Which one is this, guys? I don't know.
I think it's B.
Is it B? Let's try it. Oh, there we go. We got it right, right? So some different variations. It's not showing me maybe this one is it. Is this the find the match one? There's a choo-choo train one that I just really love. Okay. Oh, no. It's not that one either. Oh, this one. So it slides through an organism that eats other organisms. I'm going to say that's a consumer. Right? And then it goes down the conveyor belt. An animal that only eats plants. I think that's an herbivore. Right? And so you can see in different ways. I don't have to just have my kids do that plain old matching. I can vary it with the different interactive styles. And I don't know where that one went. Maybe that was just a free one to use. I will say that you get, I believe, 3 of these for free, and it is a freemium, meaning if you want to upgrade, you can to get more of the options and more activities that you can create. But creating an activity is super easy. When you're ready to share it, you'll just click down here and you'll publish it and get a link that you can share with your students, and they can play it over and over again and quiz themselves. I know for me, that always was a big thing when it came to my students remembering key terms and content. I was a history teacher, so there's lots of terms. And so kind of having something that has a little bit of variety and spice to it, I kind of really like for my students, right? So that is word wall. I don't know where that little, I feel like I'm trying to see if I can find the choo-choo train. That's one of my favorite ones, but I think it's gone. It might be available. Oh, there, maybe it was Balloon Pop. Okay. I think after so long, you lose access to some of those premium ones. Balloon Pop, fun one, fun kind of variation on the vocabulary. They've got to pop the balloon over the right train car, and then they'll get it correct, right? A little bit of adventure built in. All right.
I was going to ask you a question. Is there
Oh, no.
are there some others, like is there a community where, so if I don't have to create them, maybe I can search and see if there are some other
Definitely you
things?
can search for some of these. Hold on, let me go back. Is there a community? Okay, all right.
Because I told you, remember I said earlier, I'm team don't reinvent the wheel.
She is. She is. Hold on. I should be able to
I think at the very
search.
bottom.
I didn't see it on that one. Hold on, but search my activities. Am I not seeing it?
At the very bottom on the left-hand side.
Oh gosh, here she go. Community. There we go.
Oh,
There's the
yay.
community where you can find ones that are already created. Definitely want to highlight those. So yes, that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Mine's very content specific for social studies, so I may not, be able to use some of these, but definitely like, math edition, if you're working with littles, they've got some stuff in here. And you never know, like there may be a very generous social studies teacher out there who is like, hey, I've created all of these for world history. You may ride off into the sunset with all of these great activities. So yes, definitely hit up that community feature, and look at what they have available. All right. That's word wow. That's what I got.
Awesome. Well, I love word walls, and this is something that I could definitely have used in my classroom, but
Well,
also we can use those for trainings. Go ahead.
yeah, it's not your traditional word wall, right? It's not your mama word wall. It's a new spin on it.
Awesome. Well, I think it is up to me now to talk about this new thing that has hit the land now, Chat GPT. And so, if many of you are like me, like, well, what is this? Well, just recently, maybe a few months ago, before we even went to TCA in February, like, I'm thinking it was so long ago, but it's only March. So,
It was a long time ago. It's already March.
So, January, Microsoft made an announcement that it was putting money into OpenAI, in particular, Chat GPT. And so there are some things that people have jumped on to see what it could do and what it's about. And I'm very intrigued about it as well. So if you want to dive into it, it's a website, chat.openai.com/chat. But I'm going to jump right into it. Um, and you can try out some examples that you see here, and it will allow you to generate a script chat. I would say is very similar to when you're looking for data or something online, a Google browse or whatnot. But this, you can ask chat GPT various questions, various things that you may not know that even exist. It can help you build lesson plans, research projects, come up with various ideas like Amy used it the other day to kind of, I'm not going to say cheat, but she used her resources wisely to create a lesson plan of endangered species. So as we were talking, this question came to mind, and I don't know why these random things just popped in my head, but um, I think when you had the dates in it for Hollywood, I thought about when did each state become a state in the United States? In other words, Chat GPT, I've already kind of searched this. It's going to recognize my wording and it's going to change. So I'm just going to start with this example. So watch what it does. It reads what I have. And so this is when I kind of want it chronologically. When did it happen? The order and when it happened. So you can see it's generating everything out. And some people will probably say that this is cheating. What do you all say to this, ladies?
I don't think it's cheating. I definitely think it's utilizing your resources. And then what do you do with the information once you found it?
Right, right. Got you. So it could be taking, go ahead, Amy.
Now, I was going to say, I've seen a lot of teachers post about students using this or, just leaning into it because it's something our students can access, whether they're at school or at home. And what about looking at what you put in here and finding mistakes, like doing further research to see if it was accurate? It just adds to that learning, in my opinion. There's some great things. If you go on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, really Twitter's where I've been finding a lot of good tips and tricks. If you just typed in Chat GPT, I bet you're going to find a ton of educators that have lots of great tips and tricks on how to, like I said, lean in to Chat GPT because I think it's here to stay.
And two things you brought up when you did your presentation earlier, and it had the dates, and like this go ahead with Courtney. So I have this information. So what am I going to do with this information? So I can take this information, put it in my PowerPoint or put it in my Google Slides, and then if it could do it, go ahead and make a timeline for it. Okay, and then I can use also that information to like you said, Amy, check it out. I had a parent told me that her son came into Chat GPT and he said, "Well, who won the election for some state or whatever?" And Chat GPT was incorrect. And so he challenged it back and forth, going back and forth. So you can also find mistakes to help it out. And I believe that's how it said, don't believe everything that you see on the internet, right? But if it gets close to it and you check out your resources, you can get to it. And so here is one that I brought up for those educators who we don't like to recreate the wheel. We like to go in and maybe just glean from something and adjust it if need be, right? So I did type in a chat, create a lesson plan about endangered animals for elementary school students. And so what it did, it created a lesson plan for me, subject area. And we know in as teachers, this only does not have to only pertain to science. It could be cross curricular or things we're talking about in ELA about animals or math or in other subject areas, it can lend itself to that. And so it's telling me everything I need. So wouldn't you want to use this as a teacher just to make our work easy for me? So if there's someone that is online in Facebook and YouTube, and you want me to search something, type it in the chat and then I'll put it in chat GPT so you can see how it operates as well.
I know what Melissa wants. Our friend Melissa is here. I bet you she wants you to search how to like create a lesson plan about sloths.
I don't know how you figured out that topic, but I
I
think
don't
that's a
know
good
either.
guess. I think that's a good guess that we should do a lesson plan on sloths.
Yes, we love
Okay.
our Melissa and her love of sloths.
Create a lesson plan about sloths.
Take out that
Sloths.
E. Yeah.
Sloths.
Not sloths.
Okay, all right.
I,
Wonderful.
the
Wonderful.
sloths are
Just
finally
just
having their day.
Yeah.
just kind of imagine that wasn't there, okay? So um
On a live presentation.
Yeah.
Look at that.
so it's generating this lesson plan and whoo, I can just sit back and just
Mhm.
let it just generate, do its
Objectives.
thing.
I mean,
Materials.
this is awesome. I feel like a little bit like Courtney, we're teaching the machines how to take over, but at the same time, it's amazing.
And
I
our
mean,
teachers, they're experts in their field. Like they are the people that know what they're doing. But the one thing teachers need more of is what?
TIME.
It's time. And this just helps with saving some time.
now that is something that has come up and I've heard this from many uh uh coordinators, directors, superintendents. They say, well, we don't want you to come and train our teachers and connect with our teachers if you're not showing them things that could help them save time, to gain time back. And this is one of those tools can do it. I also want to show this because Amy, our fabulous Amy, kind of showed me this earlier. But if you hadn't caught on to this yet, any chat or search that you do, it will save it for you. So if you log into your account, your chat GPT account, it will save under that username forever and ever and ever and ever until you come back to it. So you don't have to say, like, if I go search something online, I'm always trying to remember, what did I search again? Oh, well, let me save that in my collection or bookmark it or whatever. So Chat GPT does a very similar thing, such as that. Do we want to search anything else? Maybe not a lesson plan. What else do we want to search?
I know some ladies who have maybe been using Chat GPT for Twitter announcements and posts. I mean,
I don't
I don't
know.
necessarily condone that behavior, but I mean, it may be something that we
I
look
don't know why
into.
we would come on Keith Lee's internet and just throw people under the bus like that. But here we are.
I mean, I think sometimes when you are at a loss for words or you're trying to come up with something snappy to post, maybe you've got something cool going on in your classroom and you want to showcase it and tweet it out or post. I think Chat GPT is a great place to kind of, just
Well,
see
walk me
what's
through and
out
how
there.
we can do that.
Oh, Oh,
Go
you want
ahead,
me to do
Chantel.
it? No. I'm not the pro here. There's two other ladies on this
How about you try write me a tweet
show
about
today on
fried tech.
friEdLIVE who may know how to do it. Huh?
Write me a tweet about fried tech or fried technology and see what it comes up with. I did Wakelet the other day and it did a really good job.
Did it?
Okay. So write a tweet about fried technology. And I didn't say fried tech because recently we have shortened our name. So ladies, did I spell all of those words correctly for you?
You did.
You
Nice
did a
job.
good job. Proud of you.
Let's see what it says. Oh, what does it say?
It's taking the word fried. So look, this is a learning moment. It's AI, so it's not
as smart.
foolproof.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
actually happy about it. The robots aren't going to take over anytime soon. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
That's really funny.
That is funny.
Like
That's
burnt
funny.
toast.
Oh, okay. I can't. I mean, my eyes. What is it?
It might look like a disaster, but with some creative problem solving and a positive attitude,
That's
you can still
us.
salvage the
Uh-huh.
situation and learn from your mistakes. Hashtag embrace the
Hey!
fail. Hashtag technology fails. Hashtag problem solving.
That's great
Also,
advice,
with
no
a
matter
spelling
what.
mistake. Just saying. English teacher.
It does. It spelled solving wrong. Yep.
Okay, so what do you think, Amy? Will we regenerate this response, or
Maybe you might want to
we need
change
to
the
tell it that
wording.
fried technology, what fried technology is?
We might have to put something about EdTech in the actual tweet.
So maybe do a new chat and then type in well, just do this. Do Wakelet because that one it pulled it up pretty well
Okay.
yesterday. Write a tweet about Wakelet. I think that's all I put in mine.
Really?
And I
These
think it's
ladies.
interesting because he did type it at like the name is typed all together, but it still separated those two words.
See, it's pretty spot on.
It is. Well, you know, whenever I do this, I type too many words is what I get told.
Let me ask this question. So did you give it a name, Stephen, just then, or did it name
No,
itself?
I did not. It named itself.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like it because it just kind of typed.
Did it? What did it say?
And then it said tech help requested. Like here.
There we go. I can really see it.
But
that's so
yeah, it named itself after it did
Just
the
discovered
search.
Wakelet, and it's a game changer for organizing and sharing digital content. Look at that. Whether it's for personal use or for collaboration with others, this platform makes it easy to curate and present information in a visually appealing way. Hashtag EdTech, hashtag digital tools. Listen, it's coming for your job, Amy, at Tech Amy's.
So I'm chatting back with it. How do you know this information?
Well, and that's why I was thinking we could have on that tech help requested one. Could we have chatted back with the monster that's not really there?
You mean brain?
The brain.
The AI, the artificial intelligence that's there.
Yeah, and just say, hey, well, you know, fried tech
we can come
spelled
here.
this way. I don't know. It's a professional development company. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's just,
They help teachers.
when you start walking into your home and you say, hey, Google, and you say, hey, I want to order pizza. And then it says, I don't think that that's on your diet plan. Like, I don't think that's what's best for you. Then we have some problems. There's some problems.
So see, it says, my apologies. Here's the corrected tweet.
I mean, it's so polite. That's how it starts.
It is how it starts before they turn on you. But okay, we're gonna keep.
We're gonna stop with all of the sci-fi scenarios down
So
here.
it's just to play with it, and we know that it's fresh out the box. So when new technologies come on board, I would say that this is the way. Like the future is just about here. And what we were talking about, and hopefully we keep our fingers crossed, but we jump and we learn this technology so we can stay on top of it, so we can not lose our jobs right to a computer, to someone who's being taught, because it's getting smarter day by day. So what it could help us with is research, project ideas, current events, homework help, language learning, writing assistance, and test preparation. And so chat GPT can go a long way. So hopefully all of these tools that we have shown you, it will make a difference for you, your students, your colleagues, and everyone that you're working with. So we want to say thank you for joining us today. Don't leave and don't go anywhere, because if you want an hour of PD credit, which we promised, you want to hang on to the end until we can get past all of these, because this is some great information that you may want to know. We have some free online courses that you can take. FigJam. FigJam is a new technology, and we wrote that particular course. So if you want to dive in, know what FigJam can do, dive in and take this free course, and you can walk away being a FigJam pro. You can take our course sampler, and also a course that I think this came out last year, right, ladies? Built all for designing for success. And this is part one of it, and another part will be coming out this year. We're moving forward to our subscription-based service. I would say always go for the highest tier, because if you like us and you want us to be with you once a month, go for the highest tier in our memberships for schools and districts. If you want to know more about this, you can go to our webpage that is showing here, fri.tech/membership, and we can talk to you about that. Now, you're saying you want 1 hour of PD credit. Well, if you go to that particular link, you have to enter our secret code as you see it on the screen. FriedFan 0302, and then that will allow you to submit for credit. If you do not enter the code correctly, it will not allow you to move on to submit the form. So please use that link, and then also use the code FriedFan 0302 to get 1 hour of PD credit for spending time with us today. I would say that form will be closing in the next 2 hours. So if you do not go and fill it out in the next 2 hours, it will be closed and not reopened. So we're just forewarning you. So you may want to take advantage of that in the next 2 hours or so. And is that it, ladies? I'm pretty sure that is it. And hey, I had a wonderful time with you all. Can we just hang out right here and just sing Kumbaya?
No, we cannot. I really
Kumbaya.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we had this time together. So long. Farewell.
Farewell.
We won't do too much, but
Good night.
All right. Well, we would say, everyone, thank you for being with us. And until next time, everything is better fried.
bye.
Schools use professional development partners to bring additional expertise to their staff members, get another perspective on teaching and learning, and sometimes to temporarily expand their instructional technology teams for large events or special projects.
Our goal is to make PD, no matter what the purpose, fun, useful, and relevant to the audience. We want to be the PD provider educators ask for, because we know for sure everything is better fried. That's why we're Fried Technology.
Our industry partners know that we are the best in the business at making the connection between tools, teaching, and learning. With practical ideas and real-time demonstrations, we don't leave participants wondering how it might really look to implement the ideas we share. Instead, we show them.
Not only do we have a vast catalog of best-selling sessions and topics, we love to work with schools to create custom professional development that has roots in local learning goals. Whether there are 10 teachers or 10,000, we build synchronous, asynchronous, and blended learning experiences that help participants connect to the content while proving their learning through innovative adult learning best practices.
It's not just our job to share information. We also consider it our job to help learners connect best practices to learning outcomes.
Fried Technology Learning Guides are veteran educators. Many of them are certified school administrators, and several have served as directors, coordinators, and specialists in fields of education technology, EdTech, or technology.
We understand classroom management, curriculum standards, standardized testing requirements, and how each relates to the strategies we share. We also know that finding the right fit for your job is critical. For example, we won't send an elementary education expert to work with your high school English teachers.
Check out the customer recommendations on our website and you'll begin to see why we say everything is better fried, including educator professional development.
Whether you're brand new to the profession or an experienced educator looking to bring more technology into your teaching, we are ready to help you create a tech-infused classroom. By designing and bringing together all the elements of a well-balanced, modern learning environment, we have discovered the purposeful intersection where technology and pedagogy meet. Your students will engage with their learning content in a productive, relevant way, leveraging the power of collaborative, creative technology resources. We will give you strategies to help cultivate a culture for learning in a blended environment. Then we share our favorite brain boosts to foster engagement, notable tools for effective feed forward, and how to accommodate for learners with life-changing digital tools. We look forward to joining you as you infuse technology into your lessons and cultivate a classroom culture where you and your students will thrive. Do you love engaging teaching strategies? What about saving time planning digital differentiated learning experiences? If you said yes, then come join us on a journey as we create a fried mixtape. In this course, you'll create a Google Slide mixtape jam-packed with bodacious learning activities that promote both voice and choice. You'll even create an automated pre-assessment that delivers your well-curated mixtapes to the right students. We've traveled far and wide to get input from differentiation experts who love to boogie-woogie and use fun, engaging, totally tubular learning strategies that are covered in this course. Are you ready to get hands-on and change your life as a teacher forever? Well, we hope so, because you are invited to this 80s retro party. Come check out Fried Mixtape, Differentiating Learning for Littles. Is your classroom unruly? Are the consequences outdated? Does your classroom need just a little pick-me-up or maybe an entire renovation? If the thought of managing today's classroom makes you feel overwhelmed, well, you're not alone. In this course, we'll start by laying a solid classroom foundation and examine what gives a class good bones. We'll unearth your classroom's hidden potential by getting a behavior blueprint in place. Participants will take away tips for successful classroom management and will learn how to maximize your class's value with flexible seating arrangements and functional decor. Whether your students are learning virtually, face-to-face, or a hybrid of both, Fried Tech is here to help you rock the classroom. This course is more than just pushing the buttons and see what it does in FigJam. It's more of how do I use this tool in my classroom.
My favorite part of helping to build this course was just learning the tool itself. I just kept thinking about all of the ways that I would have used this with my own class when I was teaching.
I knew when we had the opportunity to create this course, we wanted to do something a little bit different. We didn't want it to just have tutorials that you could find on YouTube. We wanted to give the learner an actual experience.
Of course, we want everyone to finish the course knowing how to use FigJam, but we also wanted to inspire educators to use this tool to spark creative and independent thinking among students. So not only does the learner know how to use FigJam, but they also know when and why to be using FigJam.
And we wanted you to enjoy watching these videos, not just to see how the tool works, but we also throw in some pedagogy tips, design tips that we use in our day-to-day that you can also use whenever you use the platform in your day-to-day. The Tinkering with FigJam activity, I had a blast creating that one. I realized many of our participants taking this course, that would be the first time they actually get their hands dirty with FigJam. And there's so many tools and features that you could use in your classroom. Your students will love the platform.
This course is fried, which means this course is fun.
We really try to design the way that we like to learn, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
We really do push the boundaries when we create our fried online courses, and we are a very small team, but you'll realize our personality does shine when we create these courses, and that's what makes these courses great. We all have different backgrounds in design thinking, in writing, in literature, all this stuff. When we're merging it all together into one great package that we know that our audience will love.
We don't just throw videos and text into an online portal. We provide opportunities for people to work alongside us and use this tool with us, so that at the end of the course, you actually have something that you have created that you can use in class the next day.
I think my favorite thing about the course is the variety of ways that the learner gets to learn.
The videos are not simple step-by-step videos, but rather they're a dive into design thinking to challenge each learner to reframe the idea of what classroom management could look like with this tool, or what project-based learning or social emotional learning could look like with this tool, even what staff meetings could look like with this tool.
We hope that you enjoy it and find how it could be relevant in your classroom every single day.